Law 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please or impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite, inspire fear and insecurity. Masters want to appear more brilliant than they are. If you outshine them, you wound their vanity, and they will find a way to replace or sabotage you. To gain power, make your masters appear more gifted than they are. Hide your strengths if necessary, and let them take credit for your best ideas. By feeding their ego, you secure your position and eventual ascent. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. Friends are quick to betray you because they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. An enemy keeps you sharp and focused, whereas a friend will lull you into complacency. Use enemies to define your cause to the public, and keep friends at a distance to avoid emotional entanglements that cloud judgment.
Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far down the wrong path. Envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Use decoys and red herrings to distract people. If you are open and honest, you are predictable and easy to manipulate. Mystery creates fear and respect. By hiding your hand, you retain the upper hand in every negotiation and conflict.
Law 4. Always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you are saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the higher the chance you will say something foolish. Silence makes others uncomfortable. They will jump in to fill the void, often revealing valuable information about themselves. By controlling your tongue, you control the conversation and the perception of your power. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone, you can intimidate and win. Once it slips, however, you are vulnerable and will be attacked on all sides. Make your reputation unassailable. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their own reputations. Then, stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Your reputation precedes you. If it is strong, it does much of the work for you. If it is weak or tarnished, you will constantly struggle to gain respect.
Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd then, or buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all cost. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, and more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. Better to be slandered and attacked than ignored. Notoriety of any sort brings power. Create an air of mystery or controversy around you. Even bad publicity is better than no publicity, for it keeps your name in the minds of others.
Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed.
In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. This law allows you to conserve your energy for the truly important tasks while leveraging the skills of others. It requires ruthlessness, but in the realm of power, credit is the currency, and you must hoard it. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. When you make others come to you, you control the setting and the timing. They are on your territory, which makes them defensive and nervous. Master the art of timing and baiting. By remaining calm and letting others exhaust themselves rushing to you, you preserve your strength for the decisive moment. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Arguments put people on the defensive. Actions are undeniable. When you show results, you prove your competence without bruising egos. Save your breath and let the outcome of your efforts speak for itself. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. Unlucky people often lack the judgment or character to succeed, and their negativity is contagious. Protect your own energy and mindset by surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, rather than those who drag you down into their chaos. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. Power comes from being the only one who can solve a specific problem or provide a specific service. If you are easily replaceable, you are vulnerable. Entwine yourself in the lives and work of your superiors so that getting rid of you would be too costly or difficult for them. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. One sincere and honest move will cover over dozens of dishonest ones. Open-hearted gestures of honesty and generosity bring down the guard of even the most suspicious people. Once your selective honesty has opened a hole in their armor, you can deceive and manipulate them at will. A timely gift, a Trojan horse, will serve the same purpose. People want to believe you are good. By feeding this belief with calculated acts of kindness, you distract them from your true intentions and make them vulnerable to your maneuvers. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. If you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him of your past assistance and good deeds. He will find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with him that will benefit him and emphasize it out of all proportion. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something to be gained for himself. Pragmatism rules the world of power. Ignore the emotional need to be appreciated and focus entirely on the transactional nature of the relationship. Show them the profit, and they will help you. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Knowing about your rival is critical. Use spies to gather valuable information that will keep you a step ahead. Better still, play the spy yourself. In polite social encounters, learn to probe. Ask indirect questions to get people to reveal their weaknesses and intentions. There is no occasion that is not an opportunity for artful spying. Information is power. By gathering intelligence on your opponents while maintaining a friendly facade, you can anticipate their moves and counter them effectively. Disarm them with charm while cataloging their secrets.
Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body, but in spirit. In power struggles, mercy is a liability. If you leave an enemy with the means to strike back, they will, and with greater fury. Ensure they have no option of recovery.
Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. If you are always available, people take you for granted. By withdrawing, you force them to realize your worth. Your absence creates a void that others will want to fill, increasing your perceived value and restoring respect. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. When people cannot anticipate your next move, they become cautious and hesitant. This hesitation gives you the room to maneuver and strike.
Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more dangers than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you a conspicuous and easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded from your enemies by the crowd. Power depends on social interaction and information flow. By isolating yourself, you lose touch with reality and become paranoid. Stay connected to the source of power, people. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. Choose your victims and opponents carefully then. Never offend or deceive the wrong person. Emotional intelligence is key. Understand the psychology of those around you. Avoid engaging with those who have nothing to lose or who are irrationally vindictive. Stay connected to the source of power, people. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. If you commit, you lose control and become a tool for someone else's agenda. Stay above the fray. Let others fight, and step in only when it benefits you. Your neutrality makes you a desirable ally to all sides, increasing your leverage and power. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick then is to make your victims feel smart, and not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. By downplaying your intelligence, you lower their guard. They will underestimate you, giving you the freedom to maneuver unnoticed. This camouflage allows you to gather information and set traps without raising suspicion. Intelligence is a threat. Appearing harmless is a weapon. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Surrender gives you time to recover, time to torment and irritate your conqueror, time to wait for his power to wane. Do not give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender first. By turning the other cheek, you infuriate and unsettle him. Make surrender a tool of power. It is not about giving up, it is about shifting the dynamic. You deny the enemy a clear victory and preserve your resources for a later, more favorable battle. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. When looking for sources of power to elevate you, find the one key patron, the fat cow who will give you milk for a long time. Dispersion is the enemy of effectiveness. Focus your resources on a single goal or enemy to achieve maximum impact. Do not spread yourself too thin. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image, rather than letting others define it for you. Incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. Your power will be enhanced and your character will seem larger than life. Life is theater. By consciously crafting your persona, you control how the world perceives you, turning yourself into a figure of power and fascination.